Capricorn, July 30th. I'm seeing effort on the table, real effort. Not imaginary effort. But the structure around it needs sharper truth. Better alignment, less carrying, more building. Three of Pentacles. This card is about collaboration, skill building, shared effort toward tangible results. Three of Pentacles says the work gets better when you stop trying to be the whole machine. You bring the skill, somebody else brings the eye, somebody else catches the weak spot you missed. That is not weakness. That is craft. You knew this already. If you have been grinding alone, sending the draft, finishing the shift, holding the project together with your own hands, the message is simple: ask for feedback. Join forces. Let somebody review the thing before you call it done. I'm seeing practical progress here, not loud progress. The kind that gets praised because it holds up, not because it looks busy. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Busy is not the same as solid. If you have been doing everything solo, you are slowing yourself down. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This reversal is about nurturing depleted, overgiving, neglecting self-care and stability. Queen of Pentacles reverse shows up when you keep everyone fed and you skip your own meal. When you keep the calendar clean for everybody else and your own body is running on fumes. When you spend money to soothe stress and then act surprised when the balance is off. That is the pattern. Not devotion, depletion. Don't lie to yourself. If you have been over managing the house, the work, the people, the money, and your own needs are getting pushed to the bottom, this is the warning. Protect your resources. Go back to basics. Eat, sleep. Check the numbers. Stop pouring from an empty cup and calling it strength. This card is not asking you to do more. It is asking you to stop bleeding energy into places that do not refill you. Four of Swords. This card is rest, recovery, mental quiet, strategic pause before action. Four of Swords says the mind needs silence before it can make a clean move. Not forever, just long enough to recover the signal. If you have been forcing momentum, answering every message, pushing through the fog, this is your cue to step back on purpose. Turn the phone off, close the laptop, sleep on the decision. Let the body catch up to the work. Because this is important. Rest is not quitting. Rest is the pause that keeps the next move from being sloppy. But also, don't hide in the pause. Don't turn recovery into avoidance. Take the day off, then come back with a clearer spine. So the moment is this Capricorn effort is visible. The work is not invisible, but it needs better support, better boundaries, and a cleaner recovery plan. Build with others. Stop overgiving. Rest before you burn the whole structure trying to prove you can hold it alone. Capricorn, July 30th. This is not asking you to prove anything. It is asking you to get honest about what is actually sustainable. Three of Pentacles. I'm seeing a real shift here. The work gets better when you stop treating support like weakness. You need eyes on the project. You need a second set of hands. You need someone to check the numbers, the draft, the plan, the timing. The issue is not skill. The issue is doing too much alone and calling it discipline. This card says, ask the coworker. Send the message, join the team. Let somebody else catch what you missed. Progress shows up when the work is shared, not when you keep grinding in silence. King of Swords, this card brings the clean cut, no fluff. No softening the point until it disappears. You need facts, not guesses. You need a decision, not another round of mixed signals. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You need to name what is true and move from there. If the boundary is the boundary, say it. If the answer is no, make it no. If the evidence is enough, stop reopening the case. This card is about precision. It is about the message that lands because it is direct. It is not cold to be clear. It is expensive to keep explaining what was already obvious. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is the drain. This is the part where you keep everybody else steady while your own body is running on fumes. You skip the meal. You push through the ache. You spent the money to calm the stress. You handled the thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, and now the foundation is shaky. Overgiving is not the same as care. Sacrifice is not the same as value. This card warns against pouring from an empty cup and calling it devotion. Go back to basics. Eat, sit down, protect the budget. Stop managing everyone for 1 minute and check what your own system needs. Four of Swords, because this is the correction. Rest is not quitting. Rest is strategy. You step back so your mind can stop buzzing and start telling the truth again. Turn the phone off. Take the day. Sleep on the decision. Let silence do some of the work. Four of Swords says the pause is productive when it is intentional. Not avoidance, not collapse. Recovery. You do not need to force momentum just because you are used to being the one who keeps things moving. Sometimes the smartest move is to stop touching it. So this is simple, even if it is not easy. Build with other people. Speak with precision. Stop draining yourself to hold everything together. Then rest before you make the next move. That is the moment. That is the correction. And that is how Capricorn gets back into strength without burning the whole structure down. Capricorn, July 30th. I'm seeing the loop now. Same pressure, same delay. Same place where you keep trying to force a clean outcome out of a messy setup. Three of Pentacles. This card is about building with people, not beside them. You keep wanting proof that your effort is enough, but the real move is to let someone review the work, check the numbers, catch what you missed. You do not need to carry the whole thing to prove you're solid. Join forces, ask for input. Get the thing sharpened before you push it out. King of Swords. The King of Swords is coming in with a hard line. Say what is true. Not what is polite. Not what keeps the peace for 10 more minutes. Send the direct message, make the decision after you look at the facts, cut the mixed signal off at the root. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. If the answer is already in front of you, stop acting like you still need more evidence. Wheel of Fortune reversed. This reversal is the pattern that keeps repeating. Same argument, same timing miss, same maybe later. That turns into nothing. The Wheel of Fortune reversed is not asking you to blame fate. It is asking you to notice the loop and interrupt it. If you keep choosing the same response, you keep getting the same result. That matters here. The delay is not magic. The delay is a habit. Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is where your care starts draining you. You are feeding the situation, feeding other people, and your own body is running low. Skipping meals, pushing through, spending to soothe stress, holding everything together while your energy drops. That is not devotion. That is depletion. Pull back to basics. Eat, rest, stock. Protect your money, your time, your attention. Four of Swords. This card is the reset, not quitting, resetting. Step away long enough to let your mind go quiet. Turn the phone off. Sleep on the decision. Take the day if you need it. I'm seeing the difference clearly now. You do not solve a repeating cycle by staying in it longer. You solve it by pausing before you react. That pause is strategic. It gives you enough space to stop feeding the old pattern. So the moment is simple, Capricorn. Build with help. Speak plainly. Stop calling repetition destiny. Stop pouring from a depleted cup, then rest before you move again, because the next right action is not more effort. It is cleaner effort. And that starts when you stop forcing the old cycle to become something it is not. Capricorn, July 30th. I'm seeing the turning point now, and it is not subtle. The pattern has names on it. The loop has a shape, and you already know where it keeps happening. Three of Pentacles. This card is about collaboration, skill, and shared effort. Three of Pentacles says the work gets real when you stop trying to carry the whole structure by yourself. You need another set of eyes on this. You need feedback. You need the person who can catch what you missed, because you have been grinding in private and calling it progress. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You have been busy, but busy is not the same as built. This card wants a shared project, a review, a second hand, a cleaner process. You already knew that. King of Swords. This card is about clear judgment, and King of Swords cuts through the fog without apology. The facts are the facts. The mixed signal is a mixed signal. The half answer is still an answer. I'm seeing you make the decision after you look at the evidence, not after you sit in the story. King of Swords says stop over-explaining. Stop softening the point until it disappears. Say what happened. Say what you need. Set the boundary cleanly. No extra fluff. No second guessing the obvious. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed is the stalled cycle, the repeating pattern, the timing that keeps slipping through your hands. This reversal is the loop you recognize the second it starts again. Same argument, same delay, same choice made too late. Because this is where the moment turns. Wheel of Fortune reversed is not asking you to blame fate. It is asking you to notice the habit that keeps recreating the same result. You do not wait for luck to rescue you. You interrupt the pattern. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the breakthrough. Ace of Swords brings the clean truth, the one that lands and does not leave room for confusion. One moment. One sentence, one decision. Ace of Swords says the issue is finally visible, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Speak it plainly. Make the cut. And the pretending. Stop fooling yourself. The clarity is here, and it is not gentle, but it is useful. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed shows the nurturing running dry. Queen of Pentacles reversed is the overgiving, the skipped meal, the money spent to soothe stress, the body getting ignored while you hold everything together. This reversal is not devotion. This reversal is depletion, and you can keep calling it responsibility if you want, but your system is telling on you. Protect your resources, return to basics, eat. Rest, stop managing everybody else like your own well-being does not count. Four of Swords. Four of Swords is the pause after the overload. Four of Swords says step back on purpose. Turn the phone off. Sleep on it. Let your mind go quiet long enough to hear what is actually true. Four of Swords is not quitting. It is recovery. It is strategic. It is the reset before the next move. And for Capricorn, that matters because the next move only works if you are not dragging exhaustion behind it. Capricorn, July 13th, this is where the pattern finally gets named. You kept building around it. You kept adjusting around it. Actually, no. The point now is not adjustment. The point is interruption. Three of Pentacles. This card is about shared effort, skill, and real work that gets seen. The Three of Pentacles says the job gets better when you stop acting. You have to carry the whole structure alone. I'm seeing a very specific move here. You ask for the review, you send the draft, you let somebody else catch what you missed. You already knew that. The progress is in the collaboration, not in proving you can suffer through it solo. King of Swords. The King of Swords is clear. No fluff. No softening the facts until they disappear. King of Swords says you already know what is true, and now you have to say it cleanly. Send the direct message, name the boundary. Make the decision after looking at the evidence, not after another round of mental spinning. Don't kid yourself. The truth is not cruel. The delay has been. Wheel of Fortune reversed. This reversal shows the loop. Same argument, same timing issue, same almost change that never lands. The Wheel of Fortune reversed is not asking you to blame fate. It is asking you to notice repetition and stop feeding it. Hold on. The moment you recognize the pattern, you can stop calling it destiny. You are not stuck because the universe said so. You are stuck because the same choice keeps getting made. Ace of Swords. This card cuts straight through the fog. The Ace of Swords is the breakthrough moment where the real issue becomes obvious. One clean sentence. One clean decision, one clean break from confusion. Ace of Swords says stop decorating the problem. Say what needs to be said. Act on what you just saw. The clarity is here, and it is not subtle. Two of Cups reversed. This reversal shows the mismatch. One person keeps apologizing first. One person keeps reaching first. One person keeps smoothing it over while the other side stays vague. The Two of Cups reversed says the bond may look fine from a distance, but the exchange is off. I'm seeing the mismatch in the actions, not the words. If the effort is not mutual, name that. Do not force harmony over a fracture. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This reversal is burnout, skipping meals, spending to soothe stress. Holding everything together while your own body is getting ignored. The Queen of Pentacles reversed says your care has been leaking outward too long. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Your care has been taken from your own foundation. Pull it back. Protect your time. Protect your money. Protect your energy. You cannot keep nurturing everybody else from an empty kitchen, an empty wallet, and an empty tank. Four of Swords. This card is the pause after the truth lands. Rest. Recovery. Phone off. Door closed. Let the mind go quiet long enough to stop reacting from the old loop. The Four of Swords is not quitting. It is strategic. It's a step back so you do not make the next move from exhaustion. Sleep on it. Breathe first. Then move. So the moment is simple. Name the pattern. Interrupt the loop. Speak the truth. Then rest before you build again. Capricorn, July 30th. This is clean. And honestly, it's overdue. Three of Pentacles. You do not fix this by white, knuckling it alone. You bring in the right person. You ask for the review. You let somebody else see the draft, the plan, the numbers, the work. That is how this starts moving again, not with more hustle, with better structure, with shared effort that actually produces something you can hold in your hands. King of Swords. This is the part where you stop softening the message. Say the facts, name the issue. Set the boundary without dressing it up. If somebody keeps asking for more than they give, you see it. If the conversation keeps circling, you cut through it. No extra paragraphs, no emotional fog, just the truth stated cleanly. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The truth stated once with a spine behind it. Wheel of Fortune reversed. The loop is the problem. Same delay, same excuse. Same timing window missed because you hesitated. You already know the pattern. The same loop that kept repeating in. The loop that keeps repeating until you finally interrupt it. And the longer you call it fate, the longer you stay inside it. Stop waiting for the universe to rescue a choice you keep avoiding. Interrupt the habit, change the move. That is the only way the cycle breaks. Ace of Swords, then comes the click. The real issue shows itself. The way the truth you already know from this stops being background noise and becomes impossible to ignore. One clear sentence, one clean decision, one moment where the confusion drops and you can finally breathe. I'm seeing the kind of clarity that does not ask permission. It just lands, and once it lands, you cannot unsee it. Say it, send the message, make the cut. Do not dilute it because you want everyone comfortable. Two of Cups reversed because not everything that looks connected is actually mutual. Somebody is doing more apologizing. Somebody is doing more adjusting. Somebody is carrying the emotional labor while the other person coasts. That imbalance is loud now. The same off-balance bond from the bond that feels off when one person keeps carrying more than the other. You feel it in the way the texts land. You feel it in the way the room goes quiet after you give and give. Do not force harmony where the exchange is off. Name the mismatch. Protect the bond only if it can become reciprocal. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And here is the drain. You have been holding too much, feeding everybody else, skipping your own meals, spending your own money, managing the whole environment while your body keeps asking for a break. This is not devotion if it empties you out. This is depletion. Put the wallet down. Put the phone down. Sit down. Handle the basics first: water, food, sleep. Stability, that is not selfish. That is maintenance. Four of Swords. So now you pause. Intentionally, not because you quit, because you refuse to keep moving in a state of burnout and confusion. Step back, turn the noise off. Let your mind stop talking for a minute. The next move gets better when you are not running on fumes. Rest is not avoidance here. It is strategy. It gives the truth room to settle. And that is the whole moment. Stop feeding the cycle. Stop overgiving into a dead pattern. Choose the truth that restores your energy. Build with support. Speak plainly. Rest on purpose. That is how Capricorn gets out of the loop and back into power. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, or you already know what to do, please subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.